Hello, hey, all my cameras work. Now they're all pointing in the right direction. I forgot to check that before I started, so yay me. But yeah, we gotta work. Maybe. Possibly. Let's see. We need to angle this up because it's slowly drifting down. Oh yeah, slowly drifting down. Cool. I need to see if there's like a tripod mount that I could put on the lens itself and then scooch it back, and then I'll be more balanced and I won't do this as often. Oh, then the lens would have to be there all the time. Anyways, thoughts for later. So I did some work on him this week. Yay! We did some stuff. Are you gonna focus? I guess it's focusing. Yeah. Okay. But he's getting there. He's almost done. I still need to paint the boots. I need to refine the metals some. This little earring I haven't touched. But yeah, he's getting there. Squig, likewise. I haven't done too much on him just yet. Oh, now it's saying I'm live again. I don't know if I went on live and then I went live. Whatever. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, now I have like actual bitrate out, so that's fun. Cool. We'll find out. Yeah, I didn't really know what to do with these. I started painting them copper, like the gun, and I didn't like it, so I just sponged some green paint on them. And that's where they are right now. So, I think we will start today, though, with... What should we start today with? We need to spend some time on metals. Still debating what to do with the rest of the squig, because he's... I don't know, he's okay, but I obviously need to touch some stuff up. Let me... While I'm thinking about it, fill up the airbrush compressor, because we'll probably do some of that today. Yeah, and we also have to paint his... Well, I don't know if we don't technically have to paint it, because we could just not put that on there. And I'm somewhat tempted to do that, because I kind of don't want to paint it. But we'll see. We'll see how much time we have. So. Okay. Let's work on the base a little bit more. So I ended up going with the orange base. Hi, Poe. Bye, Poe. Just go with my original idea of a deserty base. I did try like kind of blues and purples like we talked about last stream for a little bit, but wasn't digging it. So let's get some paint on the cacti and go from there. Come on, here we go. Almost time to bust out the other jar of magic mix. And hello, Sammy, how are you? Hope you are having a nice weekend. Or a spooky weekend. Thanks. Got some greens in there, a bunch of different oranges and stuff. I did have like a blue base and then kind of worked up from there, so you can kind of see that peeking out in a few places as I was experimenting with what to do. I don't know why I'm using this brush. We shouldn't use this brush. Let's get all that paint out. Yeah, let's see. What else is going on? We got chicken sandwiches and ice cream yesterday, which was pretty good. Got caught up on Andor and Spy X Family, both of which are also very good. I'm way off camera. Let's be on camera, please. There we go. Oh, hey, I can sit back. There's a place in Beacon Hill called Milk Drunk, and they tend to do like they have like a wide variety of different kinds of chicken sandwiches, and they usually have like a special one, and then they also do a bunch of different soft serves, and they'll usually have seasonal ones. So the seasonal sandwich was like a Korean fried chicken inspired one, which was pretty good. Yeah. And then they had ube and pumpkin soft serve as their seasonal soft serves, both of which were very good as well. And the whole area is pretty nice. A lot of good restaurants and near a light rail station and all that jazz. Although I like the light rail a lot. I hate that station because it's a station that's only accessible by elevator, which is dumb. If there's any sort of crowd, you have to wait for elevators to come, and I don't know, it's just silly. But yeah. We also got some more mail this week, because of course we did. I currently am debating if I want to get the limited Mindworks things, because they have that Brahm bust that I like quite a bit. And it's only available until the end of tomorrow. Bill pickle instead of bread and butter? Yeah, I think that would be a good call. Yeah, favorite chicken sandwich in Seattle is still Maono. But I do appreciate the variety that Milk Drunk has. And Milk Drunk also has the mozzarella sticks that are like this big. It's great. Love it. But what else? There's probably going to be a Kingdom Death sale tomorrow. Some new plastic is what we're expecting, so it should be exciting. Of course, new resins and all that jazz as per usual. And then I have this week off, which is nice. So I should be able to paint a lot. That's the plan. I'm debating if I want to. Yeah, the mozzarella sticks are good. We got the curly fries for the first time yesterday. Because I'm usually like, gotta get the mozzarella sticks, and then usually regret it because it's like 3 like half-pound mozzarella sticks basically. It's great. But yeah, I'm debating if my painting time should be focused on painting some terrain that I got a while ago and haven't painted yet, or if I should paint minis. And I'm kind of leaning towards minis, but we'll see. I might do a mix. But yeah. What else is going on? Let's see. I'm going to kind of use the same colors I used on the orc skin. Probably won't go quite as bright, but in a similar ballpark. Because I have the colors out. Not going for the prettiest base in the world. We are going for a finished base that has paint on it. We also started watching the Midnight Club yesterday, which is the new Mike Flanagan horror show. It's pretty good. It's not grabbing me quite as much as Midnight Mass did, but it is enjoyable and spooky, so pretty decent. And then, what else? Don't know what. I feel like there's not too much going on mini painting wise. I know Adepticon just got dates, I think. I need to check that. I don't think I'm going to be going this year or next year, but we'll see. I think it's a little late to be thinking about competition pieces for it. Yeah. Get all the prizes. I don't know. I don't think. Let's see. So there's Resin Beast. There's some like conquest models that I think would be fun to paint, but like I don't know. There's not many creature caster models that I am like jazzed about. Um, they are like Games Workshop digital sculpting dialed up to 11, where there's just too many details and too much garbage going on. I do like some of their smaller ones, but I don't know. Then there's Golden Demon, which I don't know how I would fare in a Golden Demon. I think I would need to find the right GW model and like figure everything out for that, and just spend a lot of time on it, which I don't know if I want to do right now. And then there's the AMG one, which again I would need to find a Marvel Crisis Protocol mini that I would be excited to paint. Which Deno was starting to paint some of those yesterday, or did assembly and he painted some off stream. Look pretty cool. Oh no, my headset is already almost dying. That is sad. So we'll have to probably go grab the other headphones in a little bit. Yeah. I feel like there's another competition going on, but I can't remember it. I know that Dan Imisidrol. I always forget how to his full username. He just went to a competition somewhere and clean shot basically. So that's awesome. And I believe another guy that I know from a couple Discords, Atolm, ATOLM, also just recently went to a competition and did very well. So that's cool. Dragonfall, yeah. And I guess tangential to Orktober, Dave Cowell just painted up a Age of Sigmar artwork, and it looks very good. He's got kind of like a very, not lime green, but like a very yellow kind of sickly green skin, kind of in that ballpark. And just, normal Dave crushing the metallics. Definitely saving that for inspiration. Yeah, I think that's the appeal to like entering competitions is like leaving the, I guess, the safety of your, I guess, like training wheels or kiddie pool, however you want to think of it, and seeing how things go. Monte Sansevino should be next weekend, this upcoming one, or will it be the weekend after that? It's the second weekend of November, I think. So I guess it's not this upcoming one; it's the one after, after daylight savings shenanigans next weekend. So that'll be fun. the tops of these cactuses usually have little pink flowers, if I remember correctly. Also, they look a little bit more like watermelons right now, but we'll fix that maybe. Let's see. I think I'm expecting a miniature package to show up this week, so that'll be fun. My Black Sun order from a while ago. So that should be good. I'm still debating if I want to keep my Squidmar pledge or not. I think it's cool, but I'm not sure if I like love the models necessarily. So we'll see. We'll see. Also, I have to remember that I just have a lot of other. Yeah, the Andy's Alvid is really good. I highly recommend it. I watched that last weekend, I think, is when it came out. I think lots of good tips for like tackling larger models in there, and also just Andy's a good painter, so well worth a watch. Excited for seeing how he paints the orc in the next video. Hey Lethal, how are you doing? I'm doing well. We're painting some cacti. We got little barrel cacti. We got some prickly pears. No, these aren't prickly pears. What are these? Are they prickly pears? I'm bringing shame upon my family. I don't think these are prickly pears. Well, I guess they are. What am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of a choya. Is what I was thinking of for a second. Yeah, happy to have you here. But yeah, there's a cactus. Let's call it a choya or like a jumping cactus, where it's like more. It's a lot thinner and it has a bunch of spikes all around it, and it's called jumping cactus because if you like walk by it, it'll generally latch on to you. So you have to be careful when you're walking near those, or you will have a not fun day. That actually kind of goes for all cacti. You need to be a little bit careful around. Yeah. But yeah, these are just prickly pears, which I believe is what javelinas will often eat because it has like a tasty fruit on it when it blooms. Don't quote me on that. I'm not an animal expert. That's what my brain remembers at the moment. But sounds like, yeah, the jumping ones are the worst. Okay, I need to tighten up my airbrush compressor, I think. Let me see if it's just freezing. Okay, we'll work with that later. YouTube fails involving choya. I am sure that is somewhat gruesome. Not gruesome, but unfun for people. I think it was my kindergarten teacher, like stepped full foot onto a barrel cactus one time, so that was not fun for him. I don't think I've ever actually been... Oh, there go my headphones. Well, that's sad. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually been stuck by a cactus. I have successfully avoided that. I should have gotten... Oliver Spaeth has a little desert animal set. It's good to get on that, put like a scorpion or something on here. But anyways. The movie Unbranded. Okay. I don't know if I've seen that. Debating if I should watch a spooky movie tonight or not. I've been hearing good things about Barbarian. I've heard it is a pretty fun time. I'm not like a huge scary movie person, but every now and then I enjoy watching one. It's a documentary, okay. All right, let me go grab my other headphones and let these charge up. 1 second. Watch Zombie for Sale. Oh, hello, Poe. Sir. I'll have to see what that's about. Zombie for Sale. Let's see. And it goes in. I need to figure out how to secure that, so plugging that in is not a pain in the ass. All right. And then I can play my music again. Oh, right, I have to change the output on this thing. 1 second. There we go. Okay. You'll probably sort of be able to hear my music, but oh well, that's fine. Hopefully we don't get copyright striked. Okay, fun. Oh, the other thing I did this week is I went to a concert for the first time in 3 years. Right about 3 years, I think. Because I'm pretty sure the last concert I went to was October 2019. Went to go see Carly Rae Jepsen, which was fun. Good time. The venue sucked because I forgot how bad that venue was when I bought the tickets. So I'll try to remember that for next time and not buy tickets to that venue because it's just garbage. If you want another kind of silly zombie movie, I think it's the Dead Don't Die. It's the one with Bill Murray and Adam Driver, and a couple other people. But it's definitely like a weird sort of comedy. Yeah. And then my favorite zombie movie is probably Train to Busan. Look at these green little boys getting there. Oh, I think the other Kickstarter, I haven't pledged for it or anything, but I'm still going back and forth on it, is those Artis Opus display case things that are very expensive. I'll probably just wait for them to become a real product if I decide to buy them, because I don't really have anywhere to put them right now. But I do think they look nice, so. And I definitely need some sort of display thing that keeps dust out a bit more, because right now they're just on an open shelf, so it's not the best. And I know everyone likes the IKEA thing. I'm not really a fan. Big glass pieces of furniture weak me out a little bit. With hyper dogs and people who can make mistakes. Those are looking okay. Let's blend this out a little bit more. Oops. I haven't used the airbrush outside of the squig. I haven't used the airbrush too much on this piece. I've been doing a lot more brush work. I don't really know why. I think maybe just to change it up. Have a little bit more fun, because I guess the last product was very airbrush heavy, so it's nice to do something a little bit different after that. All right, let's get some paint on this shrubbery. Let's just grab some browns. That might be good. That might work. What is this color? The Night Eats the World and Here Alone. Okay, I've not heard of any of those. I'll have to check them out here. Let me Oh, there's also the new Predator movie I still haven't watched, but I don't know if that's really like horror. Boop. Okay. Got those written down. Yellow, green. That's not gonna pop. Come on. There we go. All right. And for good measure, let's get mahogany. All right. I should close that window so I can see if I'm on camera. There we go. Good job. Okay. Back to painting. think the other exciting thing is it seems like people are starting to receive their Kingdom Death expansions that they pre-ordered a couple months ago, at least in Europe. So hopefully the US will follow shortly for anyone who did. Nice that they are actually on time with something for once. And it also seems like maybe the Gambler's chest is off to print, but they haven't officially said anything yet. They just had a cryptic message that made it seem like that. Okay. I think the other thing that is on my radar is there's the new Guillermo del Toro kind of produced series on Netflix called The Cabinet of Curiosities, or GDT's Cabinet of Curiosities. So that's something that I want to check out, but I think Anna also wants to watch that, so I probably won't watch it tonight. Too creepy. I've heard like it's a good mix because they got like a bunch of different creators. Like each episode's like its own thing. Um, but like I've heard some of them like more campy and some of them are like pretty creepy. Orc, hello, meaning answer. Orc indeed. I think my goal is to try to finish him before I go to bed today, because he's close. My sleep schedule's also been really weird in that it's been like a more normal person's sleep schedule. I like went to bed at like 10 on Friday, and then woke up at like 5. So that was less fun because the fun thing is this year it was like all hot and smoky for pretty much all of October. And usually what happens is like it starts to get like more and more rainy during October. And like so you can kind of slowly adjust to it getting darker and darker. Um, but yeah, so this year it decided to be like hot and smoky, and then all of a sudden flip the switch to just dark and rainy, and also the sun now rises at like 8 a.m. So yeah, I think well we have daylight savings time switches next weekend, so that'll be fun. Because that'll mean that the sun will set at like 4:30. Thanks, Minimancer. Have a nice nap. Naps are good. Yeah, like I did not really realize it. I don't know, cause so like I have to wake up early for work, um, but I don't know for some reason it hadn't been bugging me when I had to do work. But when I took the last few days of this week off, like waking up was just like, oh, if I wake up too early, the sun's not there. So I have to get used to that. But yeah. So we'll see how bad sad is this year. I haven't really ever had it, so but if there is ever going to be a year I'm gonna have it, it'll probably be this one. So we'll see. I'm sorry, I keep going off camera a little bit. I need to sit up in my chair, and then we won't. Yeah, which is better for me. Let's go back to the cactus. There's a few things I want to glaze over a bit. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one where it feels like it got very dark very quick this year. Okay. Let's see how the squigboi looks on it real quickly. Still have to paint his saddle and then deal with the metals a bit. Everything's a little too clean right now. I want to try to dull things down, but we'll see. That looks fine. Let's go in with a little bit of a darker glaze here. And keen eyes might see that this cacti is not fully touching the ground because I think I smushed it too hard on this side. Because I just smushed them into the milliput. Oops. That's not something I didn't realize that until I had already started painting, and I could just put some texture paste around it and then paint the texture paste, but I could also just put a grass tuft next to it and no one will know. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. All right. Getting there. Cool. I'll also maybe put some dry powders on there. But before we forget, let's paint the little flowers on the cacti. So let's get some magenta, some intense pink, and some pastel pink, because I'm lazy. Or let's just start with those two and see how we like it. That's not the brush I need. This is the brush I need. All right, where are my flowers? I think these are supposed to be the flowers. No, I'm blocking the camera with my fat head as per usual. Couple little buds there. I feel like this is not the correct color for barrel cactus flowers. I think they're more yellow and white, but whatever. This is space, fantasy, sci-fi, desert that just has plant life that looks very close to Earth's, but not quite exactly the same. So it's okay to be a little different. Some of them probably have magenta flowers. Oh, nice. Did you get those from the art supply store that you mentioned? Craftsman Supply? I have it written down somewhere. I think you said nice. I will have to go there. Although I am flush with brushes at the moment. Because basically I saw the pound drop and I was like, or I saw the pound and the euro drop and I was like, well, time to place an order at Jackson's on top of the number of brushes that I already had here. So we're good. We're good for a while. We're good. Everything's fine. I don't have problems. You have problems. Oops. One of the caps fell off. Which one did it fall off of? Oh, it's the Artist Focus one. Yeah, it's fine. And we dropped it. Good job. Okay. Let's pick that bad boy up. And let's pick up that cap before Poe finds it. Okay. Everything's good. Yeah, I am not the best, so I can't really give too much advice for it. I don't know. I think I went from like not cleaning my brushes enough to cleaning them too much. This one seems to be lasting a decently long time. I don't really like it. That's probably why it's lasting long, because they're just to spite me. But yeah. Like, it's not a terrible brush, but it's, I don't know, it's not quite as stiff as I like. But the point is like okay. The point's kind of starting to wear down a little bit after, I don't know, a couple months, few months. I think I've been using this one. But yeah, some people are like, I can make my brush last for years and years and years, and I'm like, I have no idea how you do that. I think they're a lot better about using the garbage brushes. So it depends on the brand. I typically, this is a size 2 for this brand, this scale color brush. It's okay. Again, not really recommend. This is an old brush that I now use for mixing things. But for Raphael, I'll either use zeros or I'll use ones mostly. I do have a couple twos, but I don't use those quite as often. For Rosemary and Co, I primarily use the twos and ones. Well, the points are all pretty much the same on these nice brushes. They're all pretty sharp. It's just a matter of the belly size. But like across brush brands, like the sizes will be different. So like this is a size 2 here. Let me grab the most extreme comparison. Come on. Curse this company for packaging their brushes well. There we go. All right, so here is a Rosemary and Co. So let me get this off so you can actually see it because there's some glare. And then let me get this bad boy. Get some water in it so it has nice. This is a 2 that I've used quite a bit. I think this is still my first 2 because I don't use them too often. But so these are both size 2s. This is a Raphael 8404 on top. This is a Rosemary and Co. Series 33. So yeah, so the number doesn't mean anything across brands. Within each brand, like bigger number equals bigger size. But yeah, it's primarily the larger brushes will definitely have like a larger belly, but they should all have like a nice sharp point. So that's why some painters will use like a like size 2 as their main one. Like some people I know will use this Raphael size 2 for like all their painting, and I think that's wild because like it's just like it's too fat for me. Like I don't generally need that much paint on the brush or that much moisture on the brush. So I would be too worried about like flooding the model too often. So that's why like Raphael's I'll use size 1s or 0s depending on my mood. I also have Da Vinci's another one that I use pretty regularly. Here it is. This is still my first one because I don't use it too often, but I like it for really small details because it has a very nice tip. So I did order a few more of those as well from Jax's. But yeah, that's the quick TLDR of brushes from me. No problem. Happy to oblige. I tried, like the beginning of the pandemic, I got bored and just tried a bunch of different brush brands just to see what I liked. And for me, I like Rosemary and Co, Raphael 8404. And I do like the Da Vinci. I just haven't used them too much, so I can't really give too much feedback on them. Yeah. Like I think the thing that I'm very bad about, which you're not supposed to do, is like the mixing with your nice brush. Everyone's always like, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't mix with your brush. But I'm lazy. So I don't want to pick up like a nasty brush, mix the paint, wipe the paint off that brush, and then pick up my nice brush to use it. Especially with like how often I'm mixing paints and such. And most of my brushes will have a nice full life after they've lost their tip. of being subjected to horrors of basing pastes and washes and applying base coats and all that jazz. So, like the brush I was primarily using before is an old broken toed brush that like long lost its tip. So now I use it for a lot of the getting like blocking things in that don't need as much accuracy. Yeah. All right. That is probably mostly the base done-ish. I think I might want to do a little bit of dry brushing on a few things just to pull out some details. Or we can just kind of dab in a few places. Yeah. And a lot of people also like Winsor & Newtons. I've just had very bad like consistency with them. So unfortunately I can't really recommend them. Um, yeah. Oof. Yeah, that's pricey. Uh, I think if you buy like 8404s from Blix, they're close to that much, but if you buy them from Jackson Art, they're like half the price. So it's still expensive, but I'm getting like probably a couple 100 hours out of these brushes, I think, painting wise, generally before they get demoted. So I don't feel like ripped off. Like every now and then I get a bad one, and then it's only like it lasts for a couple paint jobs, and then it's like splaying everywhere for whatever reason. So I think I've only really had like one brush that was like very bad, besides Artist Opus. Um, even Artist Opus, I've had some really good brushes from them. It just seems like their QC is like in the same ballpark as Winsor & Newton for me, where it's just like I get lots of bad ones. So no more. Yeah, like the Rosemary and Co's are also like 10, $12. So like I think they're the best bang for the buck sables that I've come across. Um, yeah, that is another reason why I stocked up. That's why I have my big hoard, is because I'm like, well, everything keeps getting worse environmentally. So like I'm sure at some point something is gonna give, and I won't be able to get brushes either uh, geopolitically or uh, environment wise. So basically, anytime I'm ordering something, if they have brushes that I like, I'll just throw some in the cart, just so I have some. Although I'm not doing it lately because I just have too many now. But yeah. Anyways, cool. Quick, quick little cacti paint. Quick little bases. I guess not that quick. We've already been going for an hour. So, whoops. Um, let's jump back to the boy and his boy, the boys, if you will. Um, nice. Yeah, that's a pretty good point. What kind of hair does it use? We should paint his boots first because we haven't put any paint on them. It's still just a primer. So we'll do that. And then we'll probably switch over to the squig and do some adjusting. I know I was thinking about doing splotches and such. I might just like make the rim around his head black like it is kind of in the box art. Okay. Yeah. I think that's still a pretty good price point. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people using wolf hair, so I'm interested to see how that is. Um, But yeah. And then we have to go touch up the metals. So I think, let's see. Boots. Touch up the skin on the squig. Saddle / strap. Touch up metals. I'll go from there. Yeah, if we also want real quick meal time, we got some fun things from Joaquin. We got Elf Boy, who's definitely dritzed. We got Thondeer, and we got Grunt Stonecracker. So, hey Dave, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Let's paint some boots real quickly. I am doing okay. I have this week off from work, so gonna take it easy, do some painting. That's about it. You guys got Monty soon, right? Should have just painted these black when I painted the metals, but I wasn't thinking. Leaving on the 9th, cool. Should be fun. Excited to see all the models and pictures from it. Your print? Did you get it printed by someone? Is this of the Blood Bowl guy or something else? Oh, nice. Did not realize that they did a printing service, but it makes sense. Are you picking it up at the event, or are you going to be getting it shipped to you? I guess they are big enough to kind of offer their services to other people rather than just manufacturing for themselves now. Nice. Well, hopefully it turns out good. All right. Then we're just going to do a quick little highlight, so just mix some skin tone into our black. Yeah, I think it was like Deno had a stream a while ago where he was talking about his Monty experience. I was trying to look at like how can you get to Monte San Savino on like public transit. It looks like it's relatively straightforward. You can take a train from either Rome or if you're coming from France or something. And then at a certain point you have to take a bus the rest of the way and then walk. All right, sounds good. Okay, yeah. Eric will be driving. Yeah, I've driven through Italy. Well, my dad's driven through Italy before. Driving is pretty easy there. You can go crazy fast. No one cares. It's great. Although the story my dad always likes to point out is like he'll be going like, a few years ago we did like a big Europe car themed trip. So we went to Italy to go to Modena to see the Ferrari factory and museum, which is pretty cool. And then we went to Austria for the Grand Prix. And we went to England for Goodwood Festival of Speed. And so in Austria and Italy, we like rented a car, drove around. Dad's going like 90 on the freeway in Italy. No problem, whatever, it's fine. Fall asleep in the car, I don't care. It's easy. We get to England and my dad's like, oh, I've never driven a car that's right-hand drive before. I want to try it. So we rent a car and like within 2 seconds of like pulling out of the car rental place, he like drives up over on the curb because your whole perspective of where the car is shifts. And he wasn't used to that just yet. So I was very alert the entire time he was driving in England. Never again. Terrible. 0 out of 10. You also really don't need a car in England. Oh yeah, it was awesome. It was my first. I've been to Italy prior to that, but not to Modena. Just like Rome and a couple of the cities near there. But it was my first time in Austria and England, and it was very fun. My dad's over there at the moment. He's in Luxembourg, I think it's or something. He was sending pictures from this morning, very early. Ah, well, that should be fun. Italy is great. Well, I'll say it's mostly great. Right now, it's a little mixed at the moment, based on things that are going on there. But good food, lots of cool things to see. Yeah, I've enjoyed both my trips there a lot. And Austria was really cool. It basically looked exactly like The Sound of Music. Like, very picturesque everywhere you look. Lots of really nice people. The only thing that sucked, because we went to the Formula One race there, everyone like chain smokes in the stands because that's just normal. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a big smoker person. It gives me a lot of headaches. Yeah. All right. He's getting there. I'm definitely feeling the urge to get him done. So one way or another, he's gonna be done tonight. Oops, that's too much skin tone. Yeah. Thanks. This has been a fun little project to get back into painting actual miniature size things. I was tempted to buy some of the Votan guys today, but I still have my free one over there to paint, so I can see how I enjoy painting him before I spend too much money on more GW stuff. And I have too many things already, so I'm gonna hold off. Yeah. All right. There's one more piece of black. This little tubing. I'll wait to touch that because I'm going to be airbrushing near there in a second, I think. Well, I'm just going with some highlight color on him and punch a few things up real quickly, and then maybe do a very light glaze. Join you in 40K. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I don't see myself playing a war game. Is the issue. The garage kit is a miniature, sure. Oh yeah, I'll say painting things where the denominator of the scale is double digits again. Although LEP, the studio that made that garage kit that we were working on, they just posted a new one that's in collaboration with an artist that I like a lot, but they're only advertising a painted one, so I'm like, okay, I'm safe. I don't need to worry about it. But it's 1/3 scale. So it's twice as big as the one we were just working on. Jesus. It's like 50 centimeters tall. Okay. No. It's $800 before shipping, and what I've heard is the shipping usually doubles the price from them. So, yeah. No. I'm good. Alright. Top unexpected. If they come out with a unpainted one, I'll tell him. Because I mean, the bust he did was 1/3 scale, right? He said he did buy an LEP kit a while ago, but then he canceled it because of the shipping, which understandable. China. And they like super package it. My fridge has been making fun noises today. Yeah, the shipping's like several $100s usually. From what I've heard. I've luckily not had to pay one myself. I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. Too many, much more affordable models to paint. Okay. Here we go. All right. Just punching up the highlights in a few places. And then I'm going to take, I think, transparent orange and a little bit a fluorescent orange and kind of glaze over a few areas. That's the plan. We'll see if this was all a mistake or not. But I'm debating what the next project should be. Assuming I do finish this guy tonight, in which case I'll have my Orktober thing done, I'm probably going to paint that little vampire that's been sitting there for a while tomorrow, just for Halloween. And then, I don't know. Technically, I should probably work on the journeyman entry, but I'm also, I got like 20 days to finish that. If I want to enter it in their competition. I don't know if I can. We'll see. If I just focus on that, I could probably get it done to a good level. We'll see. Oh, and in terms of painters that might come to the US for classes, there's buzz about maybe Christoph, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, but the guy who was judging the KDM competition might come to the US next year. So that'll be exciting if he does. We'll definitely try to see if I can sign up for that class if he does. I also need to remember to sign up for his Patreon, because I want to see what's in there. So I'll do that in a day or two when it's November. All right, I think we're almost there. All right, cool. I am going to now switch over to the colors I was saying before. So transparent orange and a little bit of fluorescent orange, I think. And we'll see if we hate this decision or not. So right now he's all I don't know, a little lacking. I also put probably way too much highlight there, so we'll focus fire there. Okay. So let's grab that. Also, I forgot to turn on. I do, not like monthly. I'll generally subscribe for like a few months, and then if I'm not feeling it anymore, I will drop it. So I was I'm in Craft Worlds right now. I dropped Sergio's because he wasn't putting out PDFs anymore. That's the tier I was signed up for. And I still just have like a huge backlog of his PDFs to read through anyways. Craft Worlds, I'm kind of on that edge of, it just feels like a lot of their stuff lately has been kind of samey. I haven't really been getting as much out of it lately. And also similarly, I think I was in Natalia's for quite a while, but she wasn't putting out a whole lot of stuff. So yeah, I definitely drop in and out. Yeah. One I should probably check out again soon is Oliver's Space, but it seems like it's more of a. I have to like look to see like how his tutorial output is, because from like his Instagram post, it seems like it's very focused on the STL side of things right now, which is not really a huge help for me, because I don't have a 3D printer. Yeah, hey, Unexpected. We were just mentioning you when we were talking about large garage kits. Um, yeah, I would say don't feel terrible about it. I think it's like something that the creators on Patreon are used to and expect. Um, like I think like I don't know. Like it's better to subscribe for a month than to not subscribe at all, I guess. The huge mistake? Did you do a huge mistake? It was just mentioned because so LEP has a new kit that's it's pre-painted, so not for painters, unfortunately. But it's like a Guiz, Guweiz, Guweiz, I think, um, kit. That's like 1/3 scale, and it's $800. But it is painted, so I feel like for that scale and for painted, pretty pretty decent price. One-quarter scale Android 18 versus Vegeta piece. Oh God. Are you working on that right now? Oh, done a while back. Okay. I'll have to go look that up. I don't know if I saw it when it was done. I mean, like doing a diorama at like 75 mil scale is a huge thing, like a huge undertaking. I can't really imagine having to do multiple characters at 1/4 scale. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Saves me the click or the search. There we got Android 18. Oh, and Vegeta. Okay. That's very cool. I like the cell shaded style. Very nice. Oh yeah, it's almost a year old now. Huge mistake is finished. I mean, it turned out really nice. So that's good. I would imagine cell shaded with oils is harder than with acrylics, isn't it? Or does it help to get, I guess, things smooth? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I think for that sort of style, there's a couple of gunpla makers that do cell shaded. Let me grab one real quickly. Let me see if I can find them. I think their username starts with they changed the Instagram desktop UX for the first time ever. Wow, wow, it's amazing. H is it HW. Yes, HW Adam. Look at me remembering things. You're all No, anyway, it's easy. Yeah, that's kind of what I would expect because it's like the antithesis of oils, I guess. I don't know if that would be the right word to say it, but let's see. Yes. And open. Look, they changed the Instagram UX. There's a sidebar now. Wow. But this guy, he's been doing anime figures lately, but I followed him because of his Gunpla stuff. I'm pretty sure I shared him on stream before, but look at this. All right, this is more. Look at that. It's wild. It's crazy. It's good stuff. Anyways. Yeah. There's also the girl that does it, and I don't remember her name right now off the top of my head, unfortunately. Well, we got this orange in here. Might as well get a little more saturation in the base. Why not? The base can have a little saturation as a treat. An EVA 01 bust. Nice. I still have my EVA Gunpla real grade kit that I've not assembled yet. I will do that at some point. I think I'm yeah. That is a once I have a house and can do lacquers kind of project, I think. Or just kind of in general, vent out my space a lot easier. Because my current setup's good for like short bursts of airbrushing, but for like what you need to do for like gunpla kits and such, where it's just like drenching things in the airbrush, it's not as fun. Takes forever to air out. So. Okay. Squiggly boy. He's more orangish now. Yay, cool. Everyone's happy. There we go. Now I can see the camera. All right. So the base itself is pretty much done. I'm just going to take the tape off because I have that black on the thing just to see. Yeah, I'm lucky that there's like an actually really good Gunpla store near me. Of course, see, we got some black chipped off. They've got a pretty wide selection of different lacquer paints and Tamiya paints as well. And the guy there is really knowledgeable and helpful, which is nice. So that's where I go to pick up my lacquer varnish that I'll use for sealing game models and such. All right. Yay. Almost there. It's International Model Toys. It's in ID, right by the light rail station in Uwajimaya. I would just check their website before going because sometimes he'll like go on vacation, and I'm pretty sure he's kind of the only guy that works there. But yeah, he's very nice. He's like pretty talented too. He has a lot of his own like Gunpla pieces on display. I think he's won several competitions. But it's a nice little shop. Got lots of Gunpla, got lots of like hobby tools and such. There's not too much like they don't really have any acrylic paints like besides some Tamiya stuff. But it's worth going to. Worst case, you can go get Korean corn dogs because those are like a block away. Yeah, I went into that store once, and like half the products was like on the floor, and there was like some kid going insane. So I haven't gone since. I don't know if the state of disorganization was normal or if that was the kid causing it. I did not stay long enough to find out. I think I went in, I grabbed some Vallejo varnish, and then I left. But yeah. Let's just quickly go boop, boop, boop. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Okay. So, we have the metallics that we need to touch up. Yeah, the hobby tones are very RC centric. And sometimes there's overlap and sometimes there's not. And then there's the Skyway Model Hobby Shop, which is very like model kit centric, but there's more of an overlap there. So they have Vallejo, they have some AK, all that jazz. But yeah, Over the Brick is definitely the best one for our needs. All right, very quickly make that a little darker. Let's work on the shadow, I think. So we're gonna take out Old Faithful. That's all dirty and nasty. Our grim brown rather, just to block out some of the areas that aren't blocked out yet. I also got a game that I backed this week called Hildegard. It's from the folks that made Spire's End. Haven't sat down to play it just yet, but it looks pretty fun. It's like a little adventure story game, kind of based around cards and combat and stuff like that. Okay. Switch to some mahogany. Turn that off. All right. Start to brighten this up a bit more. Yeah, there's a Maono at U Village inside the RGB. So like RGB used to have like some partnership with some other uh, company to do chicken sandwiches that was not good, and then they partnered with Maono. Hi Anna, how are you? Um, but yeah, Maono's great. So most of the RGBs have them in there. There's like a couple exceptions, and then I mentioned going to Milk Drunk yesterday. Um, there's like a flagship Maono that's in West Seattle, and they have like you can get like an actual whole chicken thing or something. There's more food options than just chicken sandwiches. Um, yeah, I mean, there's lots of things at U Village. U Village is decent as long as you don't go on like a Saturday night, in which case it's hell. Uh, yeah. Almost there. It's not working. Let's see. That's off camera. There we go. Nailed it. Elemental Pizza when you're at U Village. Is that the Chicago style one, or is that the one that's like the standalone thing kind of near the Apple store? I don't think it's the Chicago style one. Yeah, I don't think I've been there. Nice. Yeah, pretty sure anytime we go to U Village, it's Maono. I think maybe the only exception is like one time getting the Chicago style pizza thing. I think I went to the ramen place with a friend a long time ago, and the ramen place was okay. Yeah. Spaghetti with meat sauce, or it's bucatini, not bocatini. Bucatini. Always bucatini. Why would you only want the sauce on the outside of your noodles when you can have it on the inside as well. I just knocked off the thing. That's tragic. The poor little skull. BBQ pulled pork pizza. So does that have barbecue sauce instead of red sauce? Or is it barbecue pork on like a red sauce pizza? Bucatini. There was the one TikTok person who did the it goes in the square hole video. They have a dumb Star Wars joke, which is, what's a Jawa's favorite pasta? Sounds pretty good. Barbecue style pizzas are generally pretty good. Ramen. For Jawa's favorite thing. It's a rotini, because that's what they say. Good stuff. Everyone's laughing. It's great. Birria pizza. Birria is a kind of cheese, right? Uh-huh. I know. Yeah. Yeah, what's a Jawa's favorite pasta? Is rotini. Also, this is your regular reminder to go watch Andor, because it's great. Everyone knows Andor. Everyone should go watch it. It's like, what if Star Wars was actually good? Not fettuccine. Fettuccine has too many syllables, I think. Fettuccine. Linguini. That linguini works, yeah. Funnier than the Wilhelm scream that a lot of the stormtroopers did. Wilhelm. I guess they basically did like a Jawa version of that. You had to kill some. Was this like the Old Republic Online or Galaxies or something like that? Star Wars: The Old Republic. Okay, yeah. The Bethesda one. No, not Bethesda. BioWare. Right? No. Is it Bethesda? Someone made it. I don't remember. No, Bethesda did. Bethesda has their Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls. Duh. Online. Fake gamer over here. speaking of, I need to start a new game since I finished Disco Elysium. Probably going to pick up Tunic and start that. But I'm debating if I want to pick it up on Switch and possibly deal with performance issues, or pick it up on PlayStation and not be able to play it handheld. Play Tunic, Jinx? Yeah. I thought you were going to get it on Switch and then let me know if it was garbage performance or not. Okay. And my friend has been playing through The Last of Us 2 and messages me about it every now and then. And he's always like, "Oh, it's very intense," and I'm like, just buckle up, buddy. It doesn't get better." You gotta evict the boy. Where is my boy? That is a good question. Is he in his kennel or is he somewhere else? I don't know, but I also realize I'm attached to my computer right now, so I'm not going to get up and go find him. That's true. Yep. And then he doesn't want to get back off. A silly boy. Let's see. How are you doing, Mr. Brush? You're doing okay. Let's see if we can get a good scratchy color. I think most of this is covered by his leg, so we don't need to go too crazy. I think his leg kind of ends here. Almost there. Oops. And while we're thinking about it, before we forget, we can paint a little bit on this tube here. Cool. All right. Let's make a quick little glaze out of the mahogany. And maybe just throw a little bit of green in there for fun. Yeah. Too bright. Not yet. Probably too gray, but whatever. Cool. Next up, probably. Probably time to start thinking about touching up metals. That's like the main thing left on the two of them, I think. Yeah. What time is it? 4:19. Okay, we can do some stuff. We can do some stuff. I'm gonna get a quick little snack though, and also find out where Poe is. So I'll be right back. Oops. You can see that I forgot to resize that scene when I changed to the 4K thing. Oh well, it's okay. Sure, this means I haven't used that scene in a while. Oh well. Poe is currently sleeping on the couch, like a good little boy. So what color are squig eyes? I think most of them I just see are glowy. Do they actually have pupils in any of the box arts? Let's find out real quickly. Squig. Squig. I think some of the big ones I've seen have eyes, but he's not that big. Okay. Kind of orange eyes. Pupil. That old stuff. Alright. Cool. Let's do metal stuff. I have decided I'm not going to paint this chainsword thing because I don't want to. Because it looks kind of boring to paint. looks just kind of tedious. So. This is a one-off, Matt. And also hello. No, I'm not a work gamer. This is just I wanted to paint an orc, so I bought a box of orcs to paint. I'm definitely not getting into 40K. I'm not a war gamer. Stop spreading fake news. Yeah. So. So sleepy. Minimancer went to go take a nap. Yeah, if you go to sleep now, you'll wake up and it'll be dark unless it's like an hour nap. And then you won't be able to fall asleep when you want to go to sleep. Let's see. Dirty chai. True. Coffee and chai. Is dirty chai? Yeah. Let's see. Like, why aren't you focusing on the thing I want you to? Okay. That's what I forgot to do this week. I forgot to take my camera and see if I can get it fixed or not. So I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, if I were smart, I would have just painted one of the orc things I already had instead of buying GW orcs. But I don't know. Felt like a good excuse to try painting a GW orc. So here we are. Caffeine doesn't really do it. I feel like it doesn't do too much for me. I mostly just like it because it's like a tasty, warm drink in the morning. So it's just kind of nice in that regard. But I also just have like a cup a day, if that. Yeah. So are you going to the same Korean place you went to a little while ago? The newer one, the rebranded one. Nice. So I'm just kind of glazing over all the metals with a desaturated dark blue color because he's much too shiny for an orc right now. We don't live in the suburbs though. I would like to never live in the suburbs, ever again. Well, American-style suburbs. Alright, let's spend a little bit more time on these parts because they are not great. Dinner time? We'll have a nice dinner. Yeah, this is a fun model. I mean, saw the box in the store when I went to get the anniversary models and was like, oh, that looks fun. So that's why we're painting it. Definite like change of pace from my normal stuff, so it's good to kind of try something new. Oops, got a little bit too much orange on this pipe, so see if we can fix that. This one's okay. Are you able to make true matcha lattes at home now? Wow, so fancy. Debatable. Also, I sent it to Anna, but here, let me show you how Poe looked when I went out there. Or the rest of the audience, rather. A beautiful boy. Look at him. Perfection. The babyest. Oh yeah, there's just fur everywhere all the time. Although I picked up one of those deep furring shedder things to like get fur out of fabrics. That's advertised everywhere, and it works pretty well. Works much better than lint rollers. So Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it do that. Okay, let's get some of the brighter colors back out. Oh, I already got that. Right. All right, getting there. I definitely want to keep working on like dollar or more varied NMM. I definitely fall into this comfort zone quite a bit, and I need to expand my horizons some. Hello, how are you doing? I saw that you went to Portland or something, or Vancouver, one of those directions. Yeah, the Spirit Goblin has like a lot of really cool interpretations. I think Dave has also you were talking about a little bit earlier with his orc he just did. Um, he's been killing it with like different NMMs lately. His Hera orc that he painted is really good reference for darker, non-metallic. You're eating a voodoo donut. How basic. I know, I know. I think we skipped Voodoo when we went last year because Anna said it was not worth. There's nothing wrong with being basic. I am very basic. It's shippable. Ah. Oh, I need to tell Greg. So at the Carly Rae Jepsen concert, I'm standing there and there's some guy who like stands next to me, is wearing a hat and has a beard. I'm like, this guy looks really familiar. And he starts talking, and I recognize his voice as being a woodworking YouTuber that I follow. And Greg is also a fan of, and it was later confirmed because that it was indeed the person I thought it was because they posted on their story that they were at the concert. So that was fun. Yeah, the concert was on Wednesday. I I talked about it a little bit before. Cause she makes good music. Now we're the ones being judged. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, Carly Rae Jepsen. Yeah, the second spelling. Some people. Yeah, but the venue I was at was not good, and it wasn't good the last time I was there, which I think was for Mitski. Oh my god, Crypt, gonna have to ban you. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to ban. Oh, okay, I'm banning Deanna. Nope, this will not stand. Goodbye. So long. Farewell. Incredibly rude. Worst take. You can judge me and insult me all you want, but if you insult Carly Rae Jepsen, I'm sorry, that's where I have to draw the line. Yeah, there's a few like Rebecca Black's newer songs like will pop up on my Spotify every now and then. They're fine. But yeah, Carly Rae Jepsen, you probably know her from Call Me Maybe, but she also wrote Emotion, the album, which is very good. And her new album came out last week, and it's pretty good. Emotion's still her best album, but new one's decent. last time I was at that venue was for Mitski, and it was Halloween 2 years ago, I think. No, wait, 2 years before the pandemic. That's how time works. I think it was 2018, and it was good because it was Mitski, but that venue just like has really bad like acoustics, and also the main issue is uh, it's just general admission, so it's all standing room, and the floor is just flat. So there's no like slant to it like a lot of venues will do. So if you're like I'm generally okay. It's like I can see over most of the people, but every now and then there'll be like a even taller person who stand in my way and can't see anything. Um, but if you're short, you're basically SOL in terms of being able to see anything. Well, I hope you learned your lesson, Diana. All right, have a safe trip. Don't die or anything. It is a Sunday, so it'll probably be not fun traffic on the way back because everyone else will be coming back from their weekend stuff. Well, I guess it wasn't a long weekend. And I guess it's also Halloween, so people probably aren't traveling as much, I would think. Okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's all good. Yeah, so if you look closely at the green, you'll see some orange peeking through. And that's because I originally painted it, or was starting to paint it as copper. And then I realized I'm too tired to do good NMM on a flat surface right now. And also, I don't really like painting this part of this model. So I'm just going to sponge a bunch of green paint on there. And here we are. Abyssal. I've not gotten anything from them yet. I've been tempted, but nothing's like made me want to pull the trigger. Also, do you want to look at the Mindworks models that I'm debating over and over again? Yeah, let's see which one is this. Oh, cool. Got a little lemur dude. That's a good price. What size is this? 40 millimeters to the top, but that doesn't tell me. I guess it's like probably 1/12 or smaller. Here, we can pop these open real quickly. Properties, not that. Brom, okay. So this bust is only available until the end of tomorrow. I don't know. I like the artwork a lot, and I think the bust is pretty cool. So I'm probably gonna get that. And I've been wanting this guy for a bit, so I figure I should save on the shipping. And I've been debating this one. I don't know if I like it that much. It's kind of expensive for what it is. It's pretty small too, so we'll see. Whoops. There we go. But yeah, I like this bus a lot, so I'll definitely get it. That's what. Too small, too pricey. Yeah, it's because it's got. I think it's because it's got the Frazetta artwork premium on it, and like I have coupons to make all that stuff cheaper. So I have like a 10% off thing, and there's also like a $15 thing, so I can use either one to make the whole thing order cheaper. But yeah. Oh, well, that's fun. That reminds me of the I've taken way too many paints out and not put them back, so I'll have to do that when I wrap up here. Here, let's put some of them back before we go insane. It's a short drive. Okay. 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 Cool. Choose your words carefully, Crypt. I'm okay with that assessment. Oh no! Alright. So I guess the question is, do I paint rust things on, or do I just bust out the dirty down rust? Maybe I just bust down the dirty down rust and say, fuck it. That might be the right call. We got it. Might as well use it. I am thinking, well, no, we should probably still do something with the squig's head. So let's hold out on too much rust stuff. Okay. Let's come back over to this boy. Let's fix the highlight on his gun that we screwed up because of the copper. Sorry about my fat head. And we should probably finish his earring thing that I keep getting distracted from. That'd probably be a good idea. And my fat head's in the way again. Good job. Let's see. So we also went to Trader Joe's on Friday for the first time in a while. And I got some cookie butter beer. It's not good. not a fan. It is just okay. Don't recommend though. But I also got some good beers, so hooray. It is speculoos, I'm pretty sure. Here, I can grab a can real quickly. Yeah. See, speculoos, cookie butter beer. Like, it's okay. But it needs to be like a normal sized can and not a tall boy because it's just too much. It's too much of the same flavor. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. I'm sure the spread is good. But as a beer, less so. Alright. Good, it's looking less. It still looks pretty metally, but not as shiny, which is good. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna make the dark areas a little bit darker. It's not like my best blended metal ever, but that is okay. Sometimes you can be lazy. And that is a-okay. Heating and bending cast resin, a little bit. I primarily use hot water for it. So like I'll just put my kettle up to like 100 Celsius and put it in a cup, and then put the resin in there for a little bit, take it out, bend it to where I want, or bend it a little bit past where I want, and then like put it in some cold water, and that'll help kind of lock it in place. You can also kind of do it with a hair dryer. I would not use a heat gun. Heat gun seems like a recipe for a disaster. Like, while I appreciate a lot of the videos that Ninjon has made, I think he makes generally good content. I think his advice to like have a heat gun at your desk is bad. I think a heat gun will cause more pain than good. Just have a normal ass hair dryer. But if it's something that I need to like bend and reshape, hot water is the easiest way for me. Pumpkin Squig? Pumpkin Boy? How was your nap, Minimancer? It's 5:01. Best boy? I mean, Poe's best boy, but Pumpkin Squig is also pretty good. Well, that means it was a good nap, I would imagine. I think he's close to done. I think we should just glue the orc on there after we do a couple of little things. Why am I getting buzzes? Oh, it's just people going online. More buzzes. Another person going live. Burger time? Are you making a burger or are you ordering a burger? I am debating what I should do for dinner. Noise. What kind of burger are you making? Bucatini? I'm not in a pasta mood. And that is fair. Noise. Smash burgers. It has been a while since I've made burgers at home. Can't all be bucatini all the time. I still have some curry in the fridge, but I'm not sure it's good anymore, so I should probably throw it out. It's probably not that. Ginger pork, nice. Oh, I haven't painted his teeth either. Whoops. That would have been a big miss. Okay. We should paint those, shouldn't we? It's like there's something off with his face. He's got these black voids. Oh, it's because he's got teeth. Just burger? You can have another burger on the side. Maybe like you make like sliders for the sides, so you can have a burger and sliders. Exactly. So you have a main burger and a side burger. So what I'm realizing is we need to think of a November challenge. Since people actually did the October one this time. So we should keep it going. So I'll ping the staff channel about that. See if anyone has any thoughts. Model with facial hair. Do I have any models that have facial hair? I was thinking of like things that you're thankful for or something. And then shit posting and being like, I'm thankful for Mr. Bucks coming up with gun skins. So it's gun skin challenge. For all the top streams? Aw, thanks. Oops, that was a mistake. Oh, I definitely have models of facial hair because I have spirit busts. So. At least one of them's gotta have a beard. Does the dwarf that I just got have a beard? He does. Hey. Hey. I have plenty of models with facial hair. What am I talking about? All right. Did the time go backwards? Do you mean has daylight savings time happened yet? No. That is next weekend. Although the Kingdom Death Discord bot thought it was last night. Maybe it happened in Europe, but it has not happened here. I'm 90% certain it did not happen here. Let's double check. US, oops. Yeah, and yeah, November 6th. At least for Washington State. I would imagine the US does it all at the same time. So. I feel like the UK people have more important things to complain about than their clock going backwards. Like their entire country falling apart before their very eyes. We did, like, it's going to happen, but it's basically it's a couple years of it lasting a shorter amount of time. So daylight savings time will end. When is daylight savings time over? Oh, I guess. Let's see what this. U.S. Senate approves bill to make daylight savings time permanent. So the opposite, I guess. Daylight savings time permanent starting in 2023. So daylight savings time ends this November, and then when it turns on next year, it won't turn off. Yeah. So we'll be on daylight savings time permanently. We won't be going to standard time anymore. So there won't be any more clock shifts. Yeah, I thought so too, but I think it was just like half a year of it being shorter or something. I don't know. So instead of 5, that would be daylight savings. So you spring forward when daylight savings turns on, and then you fall back when it turns off. So we're about to turn daylight savings off, I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah. Yeah, because we're on daylight savings right now. It'll end. Daylight savings will end on November. It'll kick off again in next March, and then it won't turn off. Is my understanding. I don't know. I'm not a timeologist. Chronologist. There we go. That would be the Greek and Latin root words. Alright, I'm gonna glue this guy to this squig. YOLO. You'll notice over the course of this stream, I have learned to cover up my paint palette whenever I'm maneuvering the models off their holders or doing any sort of gluing. That's what we call character growth. Something happened. New follower. Heat. Guy J, thank you very much for the follow. Sorry you were hiding behind all my computer notifications for telling me that I had next week off. Cameron. Let's see if I can just pull these out. Cameron. Hey. Cameron. Hey. Like I knew what I was doing. Chronomancer. I'll accept it. Against our better judgment, we'll be using plastic cement for this part. And once we get him glued on there, I think I'll glue him on the base. And then I'll do some maybe final touch-ups. This is the part where we wish we did a better job of masking off all the parts where his legs go, but we didn't. So here we are. Yeah, so it did not come out, it just broke off. But yeah, for if you're doing smash burgers, you want it to be really hot. It'll be on there for like less than a minute, usually. And I think you like if you're using like a thing to press it down, usually like people I'll see like leave that on their pan before they put the burger on there. So then they pick it up with like a mitt, squish it. Yeah. Nice and sizzling hot. I think I've done smash burgers before, but again, it's been a while since I've made any sort of burger. Yeah, they make good squishers. I think the option if you don't have a good squisher, which I believe is what I did, because I do not have a good squisher. You have a spatula and a rolling pin. So if you have like a metal spatula, you no like they make like actual irons that you can buy specifically for like squishing burgers, but yeah, you can use a spatula and you take your rolling pin and you smash it down into the spatula. And yeah, no, you can buy them from lots of places, but it's just like I don't use it often enough to justify buying one. But maybe I want to go to Sell a Tub and buy the fancy the cooking one. Yeah. I'm sure you could do the same thing with your cup, but I think the spatula gives you like a wider area, so you'll get more even pressure across it, usually, depending on the size of your spatula. Yeah. And I'm excited because Thanksgiving is coming up, which is a good excuse to cook things. I think we're gonna change up dessert this year. Le cresou. I have a le cresou casserole dish. It's very nice. I did not buy the Dutch oven. I have some cheapo Lodge Dutch oven, but I'm playing the long game. You see, because I bought my dad the Le Creuset Dutch oven for Christmas one year, so it's only a matter of time. Yeah, my Lodge one works well. I use my Lodge one to make curry, but it's definitely not as nice as the Le Creuset one because I got to use the one I got from my dad, and that's a nice Dutch oven. Yeah, Creuset makes good stuff. Creuset and All-Clad, and if my favorite non-stick pans are Califon. I don't like All-Clad's non-stick is really bad. It's terrible. Is there? Okay. I know there's like Williams Sonoma has their stuff and then there's Sur le Tub. The first Sur le Tub is at Pike Place. So you can go to the first Starbucks. The first Starbucks. It's not really the first Starbucks. It's a sham. And you can go to the first Sur le Tub in your same little trip. Okay, they're glued on. Woo! Look at that! Yay! Why did I put the glue away? It's not really. It's a lie. And also don't go there because there's better places. If you do go there, there's a Mexican place right next door called Maze, and they have really good tacos and really good coffee. So go there instead. Like they have really good breakfast tacos. And they just opened up a new standalone Mexican restaurant in the Belltown area, and it's very good. Maze. Yeah. Should I just glue him to his base? Am I gonna regret this? Probably. That's okay. I mean, this was supposed to be a simple, easy project. Definitely spent a lot longer on this than I expected, but that tends to be how GW models go. Melees. Oh, look at that. He's not really facing where I wanted him to, but that's okay. I guess he looks up a lot higher than I remembered. Whatever. We're good. If I were smart, I would have posed him on the base when I hadn't already pinned his butt. So, thanks. Just the classic big block of cork, milliput over that, stick a rock into it a bunch of times, texture paste. Basing bits from Epic Basing. Yep. I have a whole day to spare. Thank you very much. A whole day. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to get this done. I'm probably going to do some little touch-ups on him, but I'll do that after I do grocery shopping and such. Yeah. I'll tweak the metal bit. And I also want to do rust on him. So I'll do that as well. Yeah. Pan. Are you gonna buy it from what's his face? I can't remember his name right now. But the guy that has all the plinths. I'll slowly start putting these away while I. Let's see, where the heck does everything go? Okay. Yeah, the Italian. Yeah, is that guy. I don't remember his name, but everyone's like he makes the best plinths. So, but he does not ship to the States, as far as I know. There's that. Oh, this feels good to put all these paints away that have been sitting on my desk for too long, because I've been keeping them out for whatever reason. That doesn't go there. That goes there. Oh no. That can go there. Pistachio goes there. Alright. This is so exciting to watch, I know. Someone putting all their paints away. While mispronouncing the names. A plus content. I just want to put it away before I get too lazy too. Okay, cool. We got a boy. Yeah, I'll touch up the metals. Yeah. Fun little project. I'm happy with the copper. I haven't done like NMM copper in quite a while. Or ever. I've done brass, but not really copper. Maybe I've done copper. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, that was just some oranges and whole red. I still need to figure out like a good like darker steel, so that's something I want to keep exploring. And yeah, we didn't paint this part, but that's okay. I don't want to. It looks silly on him. Anyways, it just like hangs off the side and whatever. It's distracting. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna work on this little guy who's been sitting in there for over a year, maybe 2 at this point. Just as a little fun Halloween project, probably. And then we'll do a bigger thing. I don't know, maybe we'll do a bust. It is probably almost time to finally work on griddle accessories. No worries. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, the dream is also to just have a actual skillet and not a pan. Someday, if I buy a house, I'll make sure I get an oven that lets you put like a skillet on it. But yeah, since I've had this for almost a year now because it was from last Black Friday, so maybe we'll paint it a little bit closer to actual Black Friday. We also got a couple other busts set up over there. We got the other big projects, and then we also have this boy that I need to work on at some point. So see if you can get them something 3D printed, probably is the best bet. Yeah, or plasticard. Yeah, plasticard will give you a good base, and then you can sculpt on top of it. And I also have Alana with her saggy sword that, speaking of reshaping resin, we'll have to do that at some point. She might be fun to work on. Yeah, I'm thinking either her or these guys while I work on journeyman base. Just because should be good. More the hilt that would matter. Yeah, and the hilt will be the harder part. But yeah. I'm just gonna paint her without doing anything fun. I already spent enough time cleaning that up, so I don't want to do any more stuff on it. But yeah, so let's find someone to raid. There's several people. Scrub Angels on, Monster Den. Let's see if there's anybody new under any of the hashtags that I know to search under. Let's see. But yeah, the other option would be there's plenty of sword STLs just printed out in like one. I don't know, she's like 1/6 scale pretty much. Somewhere in that ballpark. Twitch. Browse. Live. Miniatures. Oh, hey, there's actually people under the miniatures tag. Minis. Miniature figures. We haven't raided Holly Monster. So let's go raid Holly Monster. Because she's doing miniature stuff. She's painting a little diorama. That looks cool. Alright, cool. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll probably stream a couple times this week, maybe at odd times, just because I don't have to do anything. So, yeah. We got a project finished. Woo! Yay! There's much rejoicing. We're mostly finished. I'll do some touch-ups, as I said. So, we're gonna go raid now. So goodbye. Have a nice rest of your Sunday or start of your week, depending on where you are in the world. So goodbye. Okay. Hopefully that raided. We'll find out. Do I still have the window open of her stream? I do not, because I'm an idiot. Goodbye, VOD people.